making money, there's really 4 ways to do it, right? You can make something and sell it, or you can sell other people's things. You can be a salesperson of sorts and make money that way. You can use your time and talents to serve other people. Lots of service opportunities out there to do. And then you could own a solution, or you could own the business, and your business can make you money. I understand that everybody's cut out to be a business owner, but don't eliminate that option completely, because you can have a very small business that's just you, or just you getting problems solved for people. So you don't have to make it really big. And then the 4th way is you can take money and invest it, and that money investment makes money. That's a little bit risky right now as we're in a recession and markets aren't going the right way. But nonetheless, that's another way to do it. We're going to focus mostly on selling and serving. But to personalize it, it's really important that you start off by answering these 3 questions for yourself. What is it you have? Because a lot of people focus on what they don't have and not what they have. We have far more than we think we do. So start with what you have. And then what is it you want? Sadly, most people spend most of their career solving, helping somebody else accomplish their goals. But now at this stage of life, you get to kind of think of, what do I want? What do I want to do? How do I want to spend my time? How do I want to, what do I want to do with my money? Those are kind of your personal, it's your chance to kind of think that way. And then the 3rd part, after you know what you have and what you want, then you put together a strategy to get from where you are to where you want to be. All right, so what is it you have? Yes, we all have the same amount of time. It's the one resource that is equal to everyone. No one has more or less. You can't buy, sell, trade, save it. You can only waste it or use it wisely. That's really all you can do with time. And some of you, though, are retired and you have more time. Some of you are still working, but you want to do something on the side, so you have a little bit of time to spend on this. Some of you are taking care of other people, so that limits how much time you have to do something for yourself. But knowing what you have time-wise is important to rightly set expectations for how much time you can put into making some more money. You have experience. That's the one thing about being older is great. I'm an anti-aging guy, so I really don't like anybody who uses age as a negative thing. I think age has more positives than negatives. The one thing that having 8 more days and years on this planet of other people is that we have more experience, which means we have hopefully more wisdom as well. And that experience has a value to help other people. We have stuff. We live in this country, we got a stuff problem. We got too much stuff. In fact, I teach a whole class on how to get rid of your stuff by selling it online. That's a fun class to take if you have a chance. But you have stuff, you could start there. That's kind of the low-lying fruit. You could sell some stuff and make some money. We have relationships. That's another advantage of being older, is that we hopefully have done well with our relationships, and we have built up some social equity with people, not to take advantage of them, but to work in cooperation with them to help further ideas, career opportunities that way. You have knowledge because we all have knowledge from our time on Earth, interests and passions. You have enough technology. The fact that you're even in this class means you have enough technology to do some work from home using technology, which is great as we get older and don't want to go to a physical place to work anymore. It's really great to be able to work from home if you want to do that. And then family and friends, that's another piece that you have that hopefully should be there to support you along the way. So focus on what you have, not what you don't have, but leverage what you have to help you move forward. And then what is it you want? Again, do you have too much time and you're bored and you need to fill up time? Or is do you want to make some more money to spend time doing something else? Again, your time as part of this again. Do you want to experience new things, meet new people? Maybe you want to start a hobby, or maybe you have a hobby that is a little bit expensive and you need a way to fund that hobby. And sometimes doing something with your hobby will allow you to fund that hobby. So I like to cycle, a bicycle, and I lead a bike ride across the state of Florida every year. We're coming up on our 28th year of it. And I use the proceeds of that to fund my hobby of cycling. So it works out really good. Maybe you want to learn something new or solve a problem. Maybe you just need more money at the end of the month, or maybe you want some freedom from working from somebody else. You want to work for yourself. Whatever it is you want, that's good. It's important. And that helps motivate you to go to the next step. And that's put together the strategy of how you're going to do it. So you think, okay, am I going to sell stuff? Am I going to serve? Am I going to have a little side business that I start on my own? Am I going to take my money, invest it, and let that do it? But one more distinction on strategy. You may have seen this before. I wish I'd have seen it much younger in life. The difference between active and passive income. Active income is what most people go through life doing. They trade time for money. So they work a job, they get paid by the hour, or they have to put the time in and get paid. If they don't work, they don't get paid. Sometimes people get tired of that and they say, I don't want to work for anybody, so I'm going to create my own business. And they go from having a job to owning the job, and they're still trading time for money. So when they go on vacation, they can't make money because they're not working. The other side of this equation is the passive income, where as a business owner, you don't have to do the work. You have the solution to solve people's problems, and you outsource the workers or the solution, and you make the money and it just comes to you. Or your investment, if you had invested in a house and you rented it out, you're not putting time in. You occasionally have to put time in, but yeah, you get a monthly rent check every month that way. So the investment keeps working for you that way. So different options, different ways to go about this. Any questions or comments yet? I'll pause there for a minute. I want this to be helpful to all of you. Any specific questions, comments yet? Heath, thanks for the thumbs up. All right, good. All right, we'll keep going. You guys interrupt me anytime. All right, let's look at some examples of selling. Again, I'm going to talk about high level, and then I'll give you some specific examples as we go on. Selling, you could sell your own stuff. We mentioned that. What do you have? You got a bunch of stuff laying around. I have a whole class again on how to sell stuff. It doesn't cost you anything to list it, and you get to keep all the money that you make from selling it. You don't have to share the money anyway. So great class. I think I taught that yesterday, in fact. So it'll be another week or two before that comes up.
I love that class, Kevin. Thank you.
Oh, good. Sure. Good. Thanks for the endorsement. Yes. If maybe you don't have your own, another thing, if you had, maybe you make something. This lady down the street makes wreaths for houses. She decorates wreaths and she sells those online through like Etsy. You could do that. If you make something and you want to sell it, that would be more of an e-commerce setup where you'd set up a website yourself or put it out on e-commerce or eBay or Amazon. So I have a couple classes on that piece as well. So you could do that. All right, you could sell other people's things. Maybe you don't make anything, but you could sell something. And I understand some people are very comfortable selling and most people are uncomfortable selling. So, but if you're good at selling, you could sell a lot of things from home using your computer. And there are always companies looking for people to sell things, even part-time. Online, which is great. So that's an option. Affiliate marketing is basically getting paid a commission to promote other people's stuff and get people to click on the links and buy it. You don't have to own the stuff or ship the stuff. You just have to tell people about other people's stuff. And if they buy it, you get a commission. Sounds like a great idea, but for that to really be worthwhile and lucrative, you have to have a pretty big market, meaning you have to have a big email list, a big blog following, a big social media following. People that listen to you're an influencer of sorts, and people would respond to you saying, hey, check out this great vacuum cleaner that I think is great, and people would buy it and you'd get a commission. But if you don't have a lot of people following you, so to speak, then you would have to be spending a lot of your time and money building up a bigger following so that it would make sense.